Last year, Anthony Moore released his first children's book called The Sandbox Kids, and now he's out with a new book related to the Sandbox Kids and a play. I sit down one-on-one with Anthony for a special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And be sure to download the free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores. Listen to this interview next week on my free Quintin's Close-Ups iHeartRadio podcast. And of course, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Anthony Moore, welcome back to Quintin's Close-Ups.
Thank you for having me. Good to see you again.
Yes, sir.
One more time, huh?
Exactly.
Okay.
You talk about one more time. Obviously, you're releasing your second book right after the popular Sandbox Kids book.
Yes, I am.
Where are you as an author right now in your mind?
Right now, I'm at not even peaking yet. I'm on my way, which is the next title of the next book. And as an author right now, at this time, I'm very excited that the ventures that I'm on, I have so many different more avenues that I'm taking with the Sandbox Kids. Matter of fact, I'm going into the school districts now. And I'm working with the children. And also I'm working with the bullies and the kids, the children, to empower the children with the Sandbox Kids to be better mentors for each other. So my horizon is being broadened with this venture right now, and it's taking off very well.
Which avenue do you take when it comes to bullying as an author?
As an author, being a writer with the Sandbox Kids, how I venture off is because I'm telling a story. And as an author, everybody has a story they want to tell. And in the Sandbox Kids, by me being an author, I'm using my story of my life to help other children to empower each other with the problems they have. And that's how that's going.
How's your life now as an author?
Wonderful. I'm glad you said that. I've met my family for the first time after 45 years. Yes, my book has reached California and different parts of the United States. And I'm being reunited with people in my life that I've been a distance from through my trials and tribulations. So as an author now, writing a story, I touch lives. And it's working.
You talk about reuniting. Obviously, the characters in the Sandbox Kids are on their way on a new journey. How do you reunite them with the current readers right now?
Because right now I've grown them up. They're growing up now. And they went to one extreme for being introduced as the Sandbox Kids. Now, I am bringing the characters alive. And in the next book you will see, On My Way, it's very exciting because now they're able to venture off physically. I got a soundtrack coming out called On My Way. Wow. And also, my third book will be the play that I'm working on right now for next year coming up.
Oh, that's amazing. I gotta go back to this Charleston Chronicle article. They basically talk about what you're going to do right now with your book. And it says this: published author Anthony Moore is currently prepping for the release of his second book and looking towards the future of the Sandbox Kids book series into a cultural and social franchise. What is our culture like right now from your standpoint?
Our culture right now, we're lacking diversity. And that's what this is all about. The franchise with the Sandbox Kids is bringing diversity to the children, getting them more in tune with each other, to empower each other from different cultures. It's not about the race, it's about the culture of people that are trying to interact with the children of the day, to empower them, to help them to be better kids, better stewards.
And it goes on to say this: last year, Moore released his first book of the series, where he introduced readers to the talented heroes Sasha, Danielle, Smooth Bass, and Sledge Call and their families. This might be a silly question, but how are the families now?
The families are doing great. Matter of fact, their kids are gone. And in the story you will read, they're wondering how their kids are actually doing. Because now, and On My Way, I can't tell you about the book, but they're in the process of meeting each other for the first time. Because as you know, they're from different backgrounds, different countries, different cultures. Now they're going to be interacting, meeting for the first time, and their venture's going to start. So their parents are very excited. Yes.
And it also goes on to say this: while the first book was just an introduction to their world, he promises the second book will explore the characters more, seeing them off as they begin their journeys. How do you begin your journey now as really a second book published author?
Well, that's a good question. How I begin my journey is to ignite these children's character. Now you're going to be able to, they're going to be exploited to where now you're going to see their physical gifts, their mental gifts, and their spiritual gifts as well. So that's the exciting point about this right now. and develop them now where they're taking off into this dream.
What dream do you have for kids now that you've written these 2 books?
My dream is to build a better world for children to be able to take control of their own lives. We do a lot of dictating to our children on how we want them to be. But my goal is for children to embrace each other in our society that we live in, for them to depend on each other for the help and support that they actually need while they're on their journeys in college, in school, in their social activities, to be able to have more confidence to say, hey, let me help you with this situation, or whatever's going on in their lives. They're able to empower each other for positive reasons, to strengthen our younger generation more, that they have that ability, they have that spiritual power, and they have that leadership ability. Now it's time for them to take control of their lives. But instead of us trying to go back to the old foundation, which instilled in us, let's give them to what works for them in their generation they live in today.
And obviously you talked about reuniting with your family. How has they helped? How have they been able to help you thus far as an author?
My family? Well, they've been able to say, wow, people are just amazed. That's good why you caught me off guard with that one, because so many people are amazed where I was at, what I was doing, and didn't know God had me on this journey to bring my family back together, my friends back together. And with this journey with the Sandbox Kids, it's going to help their children. So by them embracing me, I'm able to embrace them. I'm taking people down avenues that they've never been before.
The Sandbox Kids. If you could include somebody else as far as character in that book, who would it be now, judging on what issues that we're facing right now?
That's a good question. I probably could base it on myself. Using myself. Through my trials and tribulations. And my success.
Yeah.
What I have gone through. And now where I'm standing now. And what has God brought me through. And now I'm going now with this divine cartoon that I have.
That's so amazing. Well, Anthony Moore, thank you so much for coming back on Quintin's Close-Ups. I really, really appreciate this.
I thank you for your time, too. Thank you for the opportunity. And look forward to seeing you in the future to the play coming up, which will be coming up next year.
I'll be right here.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.